2015 Leaving Cert Higher Level Paper 1 Question 5. Solve the equation x is equal to the square root of x plus 6. So we need to square both sides. Let's get rid of the third. Bring my x and my 6 across. Factorize. It has to be a 3 and a 2. X by x, 3 by 2, and it's a minus x. So we need a minus 3 and a plus 2. So x is equal to minus 2 or plus 3. Check both. When x is equal to minus 2, is minus 2 equal to the square root of 6 minus 2? Minus 2 is not equal to 2, square root of 4. When x is equal to 3, is 3 equal to the square root of 3 plus 6? And you can see that 3 is equal to the square root of 9. So we reject that answer and we accept x is equal to 3. Part B, we're asked to differentiate x minus the square root of x minus 6, x plus 6 with respect to x. So if we let y equal x minus the square root of x plus 6, it's probably easier to write it as x minus x plus 6 to the power of a half. So differentiating this, dy dx, x goes to 1, minus the half goes in front, and we have x plus 6 reduced to the power by 1 to the power of minus the half. Anything to the power of minus the half, x plus 6 to the power of minus the half is equal to 1 over x plus 6 to the power of positive a half, which is 1 over the square root of x plus 6. So we tidy this up. Dy dx becomes 1 minus 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over the square root of x plus 6, which is equal to 1 minus 1 over twice the square root of x plus 6 if we bring the two fractions together. Part C, we're asked to find the coordinates of the turning point of the function. Y is equal to x minus the square root of x minus 6. So the turning point of any function, if it's a quadratic, upside down quadratic, we can say that the slope is equal to 0. If it's my cubic, my turning points will be here and here, and you can see again that the slope is equal to 0, and we know slope is also dy dx. So we have to let our answer from the previous part equal 0. 1 minus 1 over twice the square root of x plus 6 equals 0, which means that 1 has to be equal to 1 over twice the square root of x plus 6. So twice the square root of x plus 6 would have to be equal to 1. Twice the square root of x plus 6 is equal to 1. So if I square both sides, I'm going to get 4 times x plus 6 equals 1 squared 1. X plus 6 is equal to 1 over 4. 1 over 4. So x is equal to 1 over 4 minus 6. So x is equal to minus 5 3/4. And to get y, we plug it back into the original equation to get my y value. So it's the turning point. So we want to get the point itself. So y is equal to minus 5 3/4 minus the square root of minus 5 3/4 minus 6. Sorry, it's plus 6. I wrote that down wrong there. Plus 6. I had it correct here. So it's plus 6. So it's minus 5 3/4 minus the square root of a quarter. And the square root of a quarter is a half. So minus 5 3/4 minus a half. That's minus 6 1/4. So my turning point is my x value minus 5 3/4 and my y value minus 6 1/4.